Alright. Okay, let's take a look at some stuff real quick before we give a start. Alright. Alright. Just wanna make sure that everything is okay. Let's do a mic check here as well. Alright. There we go. Alright. Okay. Seems to be okay. What do you guys think? Maybe I gotta change it a little bit higher. How about this? Oh, I know you guys are. I'm not sure if you guys are hearing both, but let's just make sure it's not. All right. Okay. Okay, there we go. All right. I think this will be much better. I sure hope so. All right. Okay. Great. Okay, let's just turn this monitor off. There we go. All right. Let's see if my stream elements it's working. I just gonna make sure some of the stuff that are working before I officially start, Aha, there we go. Now Stream Elements is running. Okay, great. So, yeah. I guess without further ado, let's just get straight into it. So, welcome to yet another Fizz Firecracker stream. My name is Fizz Firecracker, and welcome to yet another stream. And before that, let me just let me just go into back screen for a while. Wait, no. Wait, what? Okay, how about this? There we go. Okay. So yeah. Alright, let me just go back here. Alright, so yeah, welcome guys to yet another stream. How you guys been doing? It is the start of another week. How you guys been holding out? Alright, let me just do this real quick. Alright, here we go. Much better. Alright. Okay. So yeah, how you guys been doing? For me, this week, I think, well, I mean, currently right now I'm in, okay, this is very out of the blue, but yeah, basically that right now I'm still unemployed, so yeah, just gotta continue finding a job, just to settle everything down, just the competition is really high. Of course it's dependent on what industry that you are going for, but yeah, seems it's kind of hard. But I won't let that get me down, alright? Because the way I look at it, it's just oh well, you just gotta like keep trying, like you know, at least you find some other things to do, and you can sort of like pick yourself back up for the for the next day. Just like right now, like I'm streaming right now, like even though I didn't get like sort of like good news. It's not like I didn't get good news. It's just that the competition is really high, so I get rejected a lot. But through streaming, it's sort of like it helps me. I guess sort of it distracts me in a way. Yeah. So yeah. In terms of that, just now, I did went to the park. Oh, let me tell you. Okay, so for the past few days, in my area, it seems like there's been raining and like a lot of raining. So and today it kind of rained and it stopped. So I was like, maybe I'll just go to the park and just like work out. And then it rained again, but don't worry, because this time I work out sort of like under a small hut. So yeah, I'm like all good from the rain. But let me tell you, like, the thing is that I'm not sure if you guys have worked out like sort of like it's like under a hut, and it's like, you know, you have exposure to the rain. I guess it's not like exposure, but it's like you're like outside kind of a thing. I don't know, it's just at that moment, you know, when I was like working out in the rain, I was like, you know, just listening to the rain, like you know, just dropping down, and yeah, just overall enjoying the vibe, like just hearing the raindrop, and I don't know, and with the cold weather, I guess it just makes the whole like it's just like a peaceful time, you know. It's just like I guess a moment where you can, for me at least, it's sort of like a moment to like, wow, this is nice, in a sense. I'm not sure if you guys have felt that before, but I definitely felt that just now. And yeah, in that case, so far it's like that. And also for this week, we sort of mostly doing the same thing as well. So I just want to like give you guys an update for like this week. I think it's sort of the same, I guess, because I'm still coming up like video ideas. So in that case, I would maybe make like a stream where I would like test out games with like someone else. Maybe I can reach out to Fluffy Jam. I'm not sure yet, but I do have a list of games like ready. So maybe I'm gonna do like a game test stream for like an upcoming idea that I was working on. I think if you've been in my last few streams, I did say that I've been cooking up an idea in the background. So it's like, this is like one of it, where basically I would need to like test these games and sort of decide and get like opinion from others to see if this works, in a sense. Because I mean, okay, to be honest, I can literally tell you guys, but if you guys have like, I'm not sure if you guys have watched Hot Ones. Hot Ones is like a series. Basically, it's like there's an interviewer and an interviewee. Basically, it's an interview show. What am I saying? Basically, it's an interview show, and and they would like eat spicy chicken, and sort of like the interviewer, which would be me, I would interview the participants. You know, basically ask them questions. The questions will be the same. There's not really like much of much of a change from last time with the last Fizz interview, but this time I'm trying to incorporate something fun, you know, because Hot Ones is basically, well, they eat spicy chicken while having an interview. So it is some sort of like a concept where I did give it like a study where it's just really interesting. Like, you know, it's like, you know, spicy chicken, you know, it throws you off guard, and you as a person, you would think that damn, I gotta brace through this spicy chicken, and then I need to focus on the interview question as well. Like, it's sort of this concept, and it's like it makes the whole dynamic like really it makes the whole dynamic really fun, you know. It's just seeing their reaction to this is it's interesting. So I want to do that sort of show the same way to maybe interview Vtubers. And yeah, I've been like studying a lot and like considering a lot of ideas. So there's like a list of games that I will need to try out, and if those work out and they sort of like have like sort of like an average or maybe like at least above average response, like, you know, if they really enjoy the experience, then who knows, maybe we can have like our own series going on. All right, so yeah, I guess that's about it. So for this week, I'm trying to like keep it as simple as possible, so I can prepare for next week, sort of, I guess. Also, remember to hydrate yourself, guys. And yeah, other than that, it's just I just simply enjoy, like, I enjoy like my current streams right now with like the text adventure game, which we are gonna do soon, and also it's like the one with what is it again? Yeah, the exploring the wonders exploring the wonders of Street View. I really enjoy those because it's like you really like you can really explore your creativity. That's one with the text adventure game, and the other one, which is the Street View, you can explore really random places, and you can like get to know of the history, and from there you can explore even more things. That's just it just keeps getting better, and I just love that. And for like the gaming streams, that's just like a chill period in a sense. It's like, all right, I've done these two things, because I do center around my videos in a way that in the future maybe I can make a video out of it. All right, basically I'm trying to multitask. So I mean, of course, like, if I were to play games like every time, it's like, bruh, come on. Like, unless you're like a really, really good esports player, which I'm not. Come on, if you want me to play Valorant, screw that shit, bro. My aim is really shit, and my reaction time is like an old man. It's like, but yeah, in a sense, it's like I want to sort of explore something different in a sense, because I am not a good player, and that doesn't like sort of attract people in a sense. So yeah, I guess that's really about it. Yeah. All right. So I think that would be enough for now. And without further ado, let's just get straight into it. And let me just adjust some stuff here real quick. Okay, oh, whoops, never mind. Alright, okay, so let me just adjust my model right here. Alright, and then we will go into celebrity on the web scene. And then here we go. Okay. So, if you have joined in from our last adventures, you would sort of like know where we end up right now. But if you are new, if you just joined in, well, let me just do like a recap. Okay, maybe the recap wouldn't like start from like all the way from the beginning, but I'll just like recap the ones where I continued from my last stream. So if you want to like get caught up, you know, you can take a look at my previous streams and you can just find that real quick. Alright, so the last one we stopped at is that we entered the village right here, carried by the tigers with miniguns. As the villagers stare at you in amazement and disbelief, you are brought to the villagers' leader, Des Badges, who is waiting for you. You see John standing next to him, looking relieved. Fizzy, I thought we lost you for a second. Looks like you made quite an impression on the tigers as well. And I asked John and the tribal leader about what is going on with these tigers that seem to be attracted to my gemstone. And John smiles and nods his head as you ask your question. Well, the tigers have been with us for a long time now. They were originally from a distant land until one day they came and claimed this forest as their own. Since then, they live alongside the village peacefully, hunting and killing anything that tries to disturb us. And the tribal leader speaks up and looks at you with a serious impression. These tigers are very protective of us and our forest. You should feel honored to have been able to meet them. And I was intrigued by the tigers and their relations to the village. As I recounted my memories, I asked the tribal village, why did the tigers seem to spare me when this gemstone fell out of my pocket? And the tribal village leader looks at you for a moment, seemingly thinking about your question. They eventually speak, their tone more serious. There are many mysteries surrounding the tigers in our forest, but I believe that I have the answer to your question. Many moons ago, a brave villager found a gemstone just like the one you found. The villagers gave it to the tigers, believing that it held some magical power. The tigers found the gemstone to be valuable and have since used it to protect the forest from anyone who was not meant to be here. And I asked the tribal leader, should I return this gemstone to you as you are the tribal leader which is suitable to lead the tigers? The tribal village leader considers your question for a few moments before nodding his head, agreeing to your suggestion. That is very thoughtful of you. If you would be so kind as to return the gemstone, I am sure the tigers will appreciate such a gesture. And as I was walking towards the tribal leader, the tiger seems to try to block my path, hinting a rejection to the idea I suggested. As I try to approach the tribal leader, the tigers move in front of you and block your path. The tigers are hissing at you in warning, as if they do not want you to give up the gemstone. It looks like the tigers have made up their mind and are not willing to budge on their decision. On the side, John seems to be defensive as he reaches for his rifle, while the tribal leader seems to be intrigued by the tigers' reaction. I asked the tribal leader, why are the tigers hissing at me? I'm just trying to return something that belongs to the village. The tribal leader looks at you, a look of curiosity on his face as the tigers continue to hiss at you. Those tigers are the protectors of our village, and they can be very unpredictable at times. They are probably hissing at you because they have decided that you should keep the gemstone. It is quite rare for someone like you to stumble upon a gemstone, and the tigers may think You are meant to be its bearer. I said, but I have no experience leading a group of tigers, and I'm not sure if I'm capable to do so. The tribal leader looks at you, their face filled with curiosity. Many things in life are about taking chances, Fizzy. Yes, leading a group of tigers and protecting the village is not an easy responsibility. But I know you're capable of doing it. The tigers trust you and have decided that you should be the bearers of the gemstone. And with time, I believe you will be able to do what you must to defend our village. I stood there, still in disbelief that I would need to lead a group of tigers to protect the village. I asked the tribal leader, "Can you and the village train me to lead these tigers to protect the village?" The tribal leader listens to your question and nods their head. "Of course, Fizzy. We will be happy to train you in the ways of protecting our village. We've trained many of our brave villagers to be like the tigers, and I believe you can as well." The tribal leader looks up at the tigers, which are still guarding your path and hissing. They seem too eager to get you to accept the role of leader. And as I remembered, the fallen comrade that stood his ground fighting the human spider hybrids until death, I clutched hard at the gemstone and said, "I will do it." Wow. The tribal leader smiles and nods at you as you accept the responsibility of leading the tigers in protecting the village. The tigers seem to be very happy with your decision. As they stop their hissing and begin to circle around you, it is almost as if they're accepting you as their new leader. And then John, my commanding officer, suggested the tribal leader to have a dinner to properly introduce me to the history of the village and the forest. And the tribal leader nods and turns to John. "Yes, I think a dinner to properly introduce Fizzy to our village and the forest would be a great idea." The leader makes a motion and the tigers break off from circling you and move towards their leader. It seems as though the dinner is about to begin and you have a lot to learn about the history of the village and the forest. And as the night approaches, I went to find Des Betches, the tribal leader, as we have dinner at his hut. The night falls quickly in the dark forest, and you find your way to Des Betches' hut. At his invitation, you enter and sit down at a small table where a meal has been prepared. You and the tribal leader sit up opposite each other and begin to eat your meal in silence. As you eat, you start to hear the familiar sounds of the nighttime forest. There is a chill in the air, and the sounds of crickets, frogs, and other creatures fill the air. The forest is alive with life, even at this late hour. As I was enjoying my meal, I asked the tribal leader, "What are the human spider hybrids that I saw fighting with the tigers?" The tribal leader considers your question for a moment before speaking. Oh man, I still cannot believe that the AI came up with this I don't know, this nickname. Like, bruh, it's like so apparent. I mean, okay, fine, I did say it's like a human spider hybrid, which sort of like inclining the AI to say this. So yeah, we call those creatures Spider-Men, and they are a plague that has plagued our village for many years. These strange creatures have come into our forests every now and then to try to destroy us and take our land for themselves. As you listen to the tribal leader, you see his expression change, becoming more serious and determined. The tribal leader seems to be determined to protect his village from these Spider-Men, and you can tell that they are not a threat that can be ignored. I asked the tribal village, "Did you know of any history about the Spider-Man origin? Is it a disease, or did they come from somewhere else?" The tribal leader looks at you for a moment before speaking. "We know little about the origins of the Spider-Man. They come from somewhere else. That much is clear, but as for whether it is a disease or not, we are not sure. These creatures have been attacking us for generations, and we've never managed to catch one alive. The tribal leader looks away, deep in thought, before turning back to you. Why do you ask about this Spider-Man? Does your gemstone have some connection to them? I said, I'm not too sure, as when I saw it on the ground, it seems that they have ambushed me where I was covered in silk in the first place. The tribal leader listens carefully to what you say, studying your response. Interesting. Perhaps the spiders are drawn to the gemstone you found, Fizzy. It is possible that it has some significance to them. The tribal leader considered this idea for a moment, the wheels turning in his mind as he tries to understand the connection between the gemstone and the Spider-Man. His expression is deep in thought as he ponders the possibilities. I said, would you suggest that this gemstone is capable of controlling the tigers, which they will use it as a weapon? The tribal leader hears your question and thinks for a moment. Well, it is possible. You saw how the tigers reacted to the gemstone as you approached us. They seemed to hold it in high regard and refused to let you give the gemstone back. The tribal leader looks at you and his expression seems to be contemplating your next move. What will you do with the gemstone, Fizzy? Will you use it to help us against the Spider-Man? Or will you keep the gemstone for yourself? Oh boy. Okay. Sorry, let me just adjust my mic real quick. Okay. Alright. I'm not sure in this case you guys can hear me clearly. Oh wait. I think not much. How about like this? Is it okay? I think this would be much better, right? Ah, okay, so it is much better. Alright. Okay, great. So, let's just continue. Alright. Okay. As I looked at the gemstone seemingly to connect with me, I said, of course I will help you with the Spider-Man. The tribal leader smiles at your response. Wise decision, Fizzy. I'm glad you will use the gemstone to help us against the Spider-Man. I'm sure you will be a valuable ally to the village and the tigers. The tribal leader looks at the gemstone, pondering its potential power. We will discuss how best to use the gemstone in the coming days, but for now, take some time to rest and get to know the village. There is much to learn about our home. And as I went back to my hut to sleep, it seems that I have woken up and I returned to my hut and tried to get some rest. As you drift off to sleep, you find yourself in a dream. In a dream, you are in the same forest where you fought the human spider hybrids, but this time, you feel a presence next to you. You turn to look and you see a figure standing there. As you come closer, you recognize the figure as the fallen comrade who died while fighting the Spider-Man earlier. The fallen comrade speaks to you with a gentle and calming voice. Don't be afraid, Fizzy. I'm here to warn you. As I'm unable to speak in the dream state, I listen to what warning the fallen comrade is about to give me. The fallen comrade speaks once again, their calm voice filling your dream. You must be careful with the gemstone that you found, Fizzy. The tigers may think it belongs to you, but I have a feeling that there is something more to it than just a gemstone. Be cautious and tread carefully when using it. The fallen comrade looks at you intently, their face conveying a sense of urgency and concern. As I heed his warnings, he begins to drift off away, and then I've been woken up by one of the tigers. You wake up with a start, feeling the presence of the tiger next to you. You remember the fallen comrade from your dream and the warning they gave you about the gemstone. The tiger looks at you with a sense of curiosity and a hint of amusement. The tiger seems to be waiting for you to move or say something. What do you do next? Well, as I got ready, I head off to the tribal leader's hut with the tigers, where he will provide me training to lead the tigers. You get up and follow the tiger to Badger's hut, where the tribal leader is waiting for you. The tiger moves ahead of you as you approach, almost as if it is leading the way. You enter the hut and see Badger sitting at a small table with a meal prepared. The tiger moves up and puts its head across your shoulders, as if guiding you to the hut. "Come sit, Fizzy," says Badger, gesturing to the chair at the table. We need to plan your training and how best to use the gemstone against the Spider-Man." I asked the tribal leader, "Have you trained the warriors before on how to use this gemstone with the tigers?" Badger looks at you with a serious expression and thinks for a moment before responding. "In the past, we have tried to train our warriors in the way of leading the tigers, but we have never found anyone capable of doing so. The tigers are a wild breed and will only listen to those they respect as a leader." Badger looks at you, his expression serious as they continue. "You are the first one to successfully claim the gemstone and have the tigers accept you. It seems we were right about you being the right person to use the gemstone. As presumed before that this gemstone is linked with the tigers, I decided to try it out by focusing on the gemstone and give a thought of, 'Take a cup of water for me.' And you focus on the gemstone and think of 'take a cup of water for me' in your head. Instantly, one of the tigers standing nearby leaps up and runs off. You watch as the tiger runs into the forest and out of sight. A few minutes pass and you are just about to give up on your idea of controlling the tigers with your gemstone when the tiger returns with a cup of water. It places the cup of water on the table right in front of you. I was surprised to find out that it worked. It seems like the gemstone are able to control the tigers. Badger looks at you, his expression one of amusement mixed with excitement. "Impressive, Fizzy. It seems as though the gemstone can control the tigers. This is good news for us, as it means we can now use the tigers to fight against the Spider-Man." The tiger that brought the cup of water looks at you, and its eyes seem to be filled with excitement. It seems as if it's waiting for you to give it another command. I gave them a command that I asked one of the tigers to duel between them. And then one of the tigers seemed to give me a soft strike to my back, indicating that it is a stupid idea. You give the command that you want the tigers to duel one another. The tiger that gave you a soft strike on the back seems to be communicating to you that it is a stupid idea. Badger, the tribal leader, also looks at you in surprise and disbelief as you give the command. A duel between tigers? Fizzy, what are you thinking? They are powerful creatures, but they are dangerous animals. The tiger looks at you with a stern expression. You get the feeling that you have upset it with your command. As I focus on the gemstone, I give them the command to stop. I have told both the tigers and the tribal leader that I am experimenting the extent of the power of the gemstone, that I have proven that the relationship between the tigers. You focus on the gemstone and give the command to stop the duel between the tigers. Both tigers have stopped immediately and look at you. You explain to the tribal leader that you are still experimenting with the powers of the gemstone, and that you are still learning how best to use it. The gemstone seems to have a symbiotic relationship with the tigers, where it can control their actions, but it cannot completely override their own freedom. Badger looks at you. Their expression is thoughtful. I see. It seems we were right to have you wield the gemstone, Fizzy. And as I have understand the gemstone are able to tap into the minds of the tigers, I have suggested to the tribal leader that perhaps I can meditate with the gemstone to improve its capabilities. You suggest to the tribal leader that you could try meditating with the gemstone to improve its capabilities. Badger considers your suggestion for a moment and then nods their head in approval. A good idea, Fizzy. Meditating with the gemstone and trying out different commands is probably our best bet at mastering its power. I'm curious to see what you find. The tribal leader seems to be excited for what you might discover. And as I head back to my hut, I do wonder what is the warning that the fallen comrade gave with such concern about my relationship with the gemstone. As you head back to your hut, you can't help but wonder about the warning the fallen comrade gave you. Why was the fallen comrade so concerned with your relationship with the gemstone? You enter the hut and close the door, taking a moment to relax. The thought of the warning still lingers in your mind as you think more about why the fallen comrade had warned you to be careful with the gemstone. As I brushed it off, I proceed to meditate with the tigers as I sat in a circle while they surround me. You sit in a circle of tigers and they surround you as you meditate with the gemstone. The tigers seem to be very attentive, watching your every move as you meditate. You shut your eyes and focus your mind, using the gemstone and attempting to connect with the tigers. Suddenly, you feel a wave of energy course through your body. Your mind expands and you feel a connection with the tigers. You can feel the tigers' thoughts and emotions as if they were your own. The tigers' thoughts seem to be filled with devotion and admiration, as if you were their leader. And as I keep focusing, I have managed to tap into the other tigers' memories. You continue focusing and eventually tap into the other tigers' memories, seeing and hearing things as they do. As you see their memories, you feel the tigers' emotion and begin to understand their perspective. You see memories of hunting and playing with other tigers, as well as memories of protecting their home and territory from the other Spider-Men. And as you see the tigers' memories, you also get a glimpse of their personal thoughts and feelings. They seem to be filled with a sense of duty and devotion. And you get a sense of pride in their role as guardians and protectors. As I meditate more, I've managed to uncover the memories the tigers have with the past warriors that they worked with in the past. You continue with your meditation and eventually uncover the memories the tigers have with past warriors they worked with in the past. You see the tigers working with warriors in the past, helping them in the hunt for food and against the Spider-Man. You get a sense of the close bonds developed between the tigers and the warriors. You also feel a sense of grief at the loss of the past warriors. The tigers remember the warriors fondly and seem to miss having them around. They seem to hold the warriors up as heroes and role models. And as I meditate further, I focus the thought of, why me? As I try to communicate to the tigers that, why did they pick me as their leader, where I'm not even from the tribe? You focus your thought on why me and try to communicate this to the tigers as you meditate. The tigers' thoughts seem to answer you directly. In their minds, they see you as a leader because you were chosen by the gemstone. The tigers see the gemstone as an important part of their culture and tradition, and they believe that the gemstone had chosen you for a purpose. They see you as a leader in part because of a connection to the gemstone. Oh boy, this is a long reading. I actually didn't know that my story went so far. Holy damn. Whew. Alright. While I admire the devotion to the relationship between me and the gemstone, I meditate further and try to communicate to the tigers with this question in mind. Aside from the gemstone, what do you see me as a person that is able to lead you guys? You meditate further and try to communicate to the tigers the question of how they see you. Aside from the gemstone, the tigers' thoughts are slightly surprised by your question. In their minds, it is clear that they see you as a leader because of the gemstone and your connection to it. However, they also see some of your personal qualities that make them want to follow you. The tigers see you as someone who is strong, brave, and protective. They see you as someone who will protect and lead them in battle against the Spider-Man. As I continue to meditate until the night, some of the tigers have fallen asleep as I try to strengthen my connection with the gemstone. You continue to meditate until the night. As some of the tigers fall asleep around you, you feel the connection with the gemstone strengthen as you continue to channel the tigers' thoughts while meditating. After a while, you slowly open your eyes and look out of your hut as the sleeping tigers. The moonlight shines through the trees, illuminating the tigers as they rest their heads on the ground and look up on the sky. You feel a sense of peace and harmony, as if the tigers' thoughts had transferred over to you as well. And then, you see one of the scouts from the tribal village come running down, seeming to be covered in blood, seemingly to warn the village of an incoming threat. You see one of the scouts from the tribal village running down towards you, and the village covered in blood. Their expression is one of urgency and worry, and it seems they are trying to warn the village of an imminent threat. The tigers seem to react with worry and concern as well, as if they can sense the urgency of the situation. You feel their thoughts of concern as they look towards the scouts, wanting to know more. As the scout arrives in the village, you walk towards them and ask what has happened. They are out of breath and seem to need to catch their breath before they speak. Aha, and this is where we stopped at last time. So from here we can continue to, well, expand and see where we can go from here, you know. All right, let's see. Okay, and we do remember from we do remember from our dream with like one of the fallen warriors is that the gemstone is something sort of like a little bit dangerous. So in that case, I would need to sort of see that. Okay, I would need to sort of implement that warning into the scene that they are going to, well, that we are going to face. Basically, there's an imminent threat. Okay, alright. So, as they are about to speak, okay, as the scout is about to brief you on, as the scout is about to brief me on the situation, I saw a silk. I saw a silk attached. I saw silk emerge from the forest, which had attached to the scout's leg, pulling him into the forest. Alright, let's see. Okay, alright. Alright, interesting. Okay. The scout seems to be about to tell you exactly what is going on. But before they can speak further, you see a strand of silk emerge from the forest, attach itself to the scout's leg. The silk pulls the scout into the forest and out of sight. You hear the scout call for help and see the tigers become alert and tense, as if they are trying to figure out whether to chase the scout into the forest or stay near you. You look to the tribal village dispatchers awaiting instructions on how to deal with this sudden threat. And I communicated to the via the gemstone. I communicated to the tigers to hold their ground, as it would be a trap if we follow the trail. As you command the tigers to hold their ground via the gemstone, they seem to understand your intent. They tense and growl, as if they are awaiting the enemy's traps attempt. You see the tribal leader rushing towards you and a group of warriors. Their expressions determined. There's better speak to you with a serious and urgent tone. We have to chase after the scout and help them. This could be an attack on the Spider-Man, and we need to do everything we can to defend our village. Alright, interesting. Okay, alright. Okay, so we have a sort of like a choice here, where we would, one, chase after the scout, or to stand our ground, in a sense. Okay, let's see. What do you guys think? Do you want to do you want us to chase after the scout, or do you, this is what I think, where we would stand our ground and just let it be first, because this could be potentially a trap and they may have the advantage. They want to lure us, just like how the spider. It's like, if we keep following the scout, I mean, okay, yes, it is from one of our village, but it could potentially be a trap, so we would have to assess it slowly. Because you have to think, they are initiating the attack, so assuming that they are like really smart, they could potentially well, be ready in a sense. You know, they could be ready, you know, at the trees, or they prepared a trap leading the whole tigers into the trap. So we would have to stand our ground. Okay, let's see. Okay. As I I want to sort of I want to stand our ground, because I think it will be more strategic in a sense, where because we don't even know we don't even know our enemy, so if we blindly follow in, it would be a grave mistake. So yeah, let's see. Not too sure on this though. If you guys have any suggestion, you can let me know if how can we like expand on the story. As I may think that this could be a trap which they would want to lure us into, I told Des Batches that we have okay, let's see. Okay, as I told dispatchers that we have to that the safety that I told dispatchers. Okay, this is my plan, alright? I told dispatchers the safety of the entire village is the utmost importance. Therefore, we have no choice but to not chase after the scout. All right. Oh, wait. Okay. You warn the tribal leader, and the pursuit of the scout could be a trap, which the Spider-Men are using to lure the villagers into action. You remind dispatchers that the safety of the entire village is of utmost importance, and that you should not chase after the scouts. Dispatchers listens to you and considers your word, looking at the forest and then back at you. After a moment, he agrees with your decision. You are right, Fizzy. We cannot afford to sacrifice the safety of the village. We will hold our ground and await the Spider-Man's attack. Alright. Okay. Alright, okay, so let's see. I think from here we can sort of like introduce, maybe there's like a villain inside. We do know that the villain is like the Spider-Man, but I want to like sort of introduce like a character in here. And I'm not too sure on that. I'm not too sure if we are gonna, on second thought, maybe not, because I'm afraid that the AI wouldn't be able to keep up, just saying. But yeah, let's see. We cannot afford to sacrifice the safety of the village. We will hold our ground and await the Spider-Man's attack. I then proceed to communicate to the tigers via the gemstone that they should spread out across the village to make sure that each area is being guarded. Alright. Oh, gonna have some tactics. You communicate to the tigers via the gemstone, telling them to spread out across the village and guard each area. The tigers seem to understand as they begin to fan out across the village and position themselves in different locations. By using the tigers as scouts, you have increased the alertness of the village and are better prepared for any potential attack from the Spider-Man. Soon, the forest becomes still and quiet. The tigers and the villagers await the Spider-Man's attack. The tension throughout the village is palpable as everyone is on high alert. Alright. Interesting, interesting. Alright. And then a Spider-Man hybrid seems to one Spider-Man hybrid seems to walk out of the forest calling menacingly. Alright, let's see. Okay, alright. As the Spider-Man approaches the village, the tigers and the warriors tense and growl. You feel the tension throughout the village as everyone awaits for the Spider-Man hybrid's move. The Spider-Man hybrid stares at the village, his eyes filled with rage and hatred. He looks around, his gaze focused on one particular individual. It seems he knows exactly who he came here to see. Alright, maybe let's try one. You and the others are on high alert, and the quiet and stillness of the forest feels unnatural. And then, a Spider-Man hybrid seems to walk out of the forest and towards the village. The tiger closest to the spider hybrid growl in concern and tension, their instincts telling them that the spider hybrid is a threat. The other tigers seem to sense the tension as well, as they tense up and growl in worry. The spider hybrid walks towards the village with a confident and menacing stride, clearly knowing that the villagers are watching and waiting for a move. Alright, interesting. And this is where I would sort of like come down and like ask them. I then approached the Spider-Man hybrid. I then approached the Spider-Man hybrid with a concern. I then approached the Spider-Man hybrid with while maintaining my distance. And asked, why have you come here? You approach the Spider-Man hybrid with caution and maintain a safe distance. As you ask, why have you come here? The Spider hybrid stops and looks at you. Their expression is neutral, and after a moment, they speak with a confident and arrogant tone. We have come to take back what is ours. You will deliver the gemstone to us, or we will destroy your village and all those who stand against us. The tiger beside you growls at the spider hybrid. Their attention is increasing with the spider hybrid's confident attitude. Alright, interesting. Okay, let's see if there's other responses. Okay, interesting. The spider. You approach the Spider-Man hybrid while maintaining your distance and ask them, "Why have you come here?" The spider hybrid pauses for a moment and then slowly walks towards you. The tiger closest to the spider hybrid growls again, as they are uncertain of what the spider hybrid's intention may be. The spider hybrid speaks to you in a low tone. "We have come for the village's gemstone. The Great Queen demands it for herself. Hand it over or suffer the consequences." Alright, interesting. So we now have our first confrontation. But I don't know how we will play out right here. Okay. Okay, let's see. Alright, maybe we could ask him what I asked. What is the purpose of this gemstone to you? It doesn't even belong. I asked, what is the purpose of this gemstone to you? You don't. Not even you and the Spider Queen. Not even you and the Spider Queen could. Wait, not even you and the Spider Queen knows its capabilities. You asked the Spider Hybrid, what is the purpose of this gemstone to you? Not even you and the Spider Queen know its capabilities. The Spider Hybrid thinks for a moment, its multiple eyes scanning you up and down before speaking again. The Great Queen demands that we obtain the gemstone, and she is not one to be defied. Whether the Great Queen understands the capabilities of this gemstone is irrelevant. We must obtain it at all cost. Alright. Interesting. Okay. So at least now we know that they will do anything anything necessary, and I wanna try to include the warning from, because the thing is we did receive the warning of like the warning of like the capabilities of the gemstone, I guess. Okay, let's see. Oh, I think I know. Okay, so if I were to like get into the minds of like the human spider hybrid, and then we could sort of like Okay, so because I know that the gemstone is able to like tap into the minds of the tigers, then I sort of I want to try that on the human spider hybrid, and then that's where the warning would sort of show itself, where if you try to tap into the other people's minds and they are like, you will sort of like see what's behind them. In a sense, you can see their nightmares and it will be damaging, I guess. Okay, all right, let's try that. Since I know the capabilities of the gemstone being able to control the tigers, to command the tigers, I tried it on the spider man's spider hybrid's mind, thinking of decipher on the spider hybrid's mind, to see what he to try to extract information within his mind. And then I was met with huge and then I was met with the queen, the great queen's shadow, seemingly overwhelming me. Right, let's try this. Not sure if the AI can process this. Ooh, shit. Wow, interesting. Okay, you try to use your powers with the gemstone to extract information from the spider hybrid about the Great Queen's plans. As you dig deeper into the spider hybrid's mind, you feel the Great Queen's presence overwhelm you. You can practically hear the Great Queen speak inside your mind, her thoughts overpowering yours. I am the Great Queen. I demand you to return the gemstone to me. I will not allow you to continue to wield its power. You feel the force of the Great Queen's mind overpower you. What do you do next? What do we do next? Wow. Interesting. Okay, wow, interesting. Let's see. Okay, Okay, so right now the Great Queen's mind is overpowering me, and I wanna think of a way that I can escape. It's either with the tigers that they are they would sort of like help me, and either that or like I do it myself in that case, so I'm not too sure on this. Ooh. Okay, all right. And then one of the tigers seemed to strike me hard on the head. Okay, seem to strike the gemstone out of my hand to sever the connection with the human, with the spider hybrid. After that, the human, the spider hybrid, commanded his swarm to attack on the village. Wow. As he exploded. All right, let's see this. One of the tigers struck the gemstone out of her hand, severing the connection with the spider hybrid. The Great Queen's presence instantly disappears as you feel your mind clear. The tiger seems to have saved you in that moment. You look up and the scene in front of you is chaos. The spider hybrid has exploded into a swarm of spider-men and they are attacking the village. You see the tigers running around fighting the spider-men and not able to take on too many of them at once. What do you do next? Alright, interesting. Okay, alright. You notice the spider hybrid suddenly moves towards you. Okay, let's see. What? Is there any other else? One of the tigers struck the gemstone out of your hand to sever the connection with the spider hybrid. As soon as the spider hybrid is separated from the gemstone, it commands its swarm to attack the village. You see the tigers turn their attention towards the attacking spider-man, and you watch as they growl and leap into action to defend the village. The tiger standing next to you growls at you and seems to be urging you to join the battle against the spider-man. There isn't much time to react before the tiger leaps into the battle. What do you do next? Alright. Okay, let's see. Okay, I think I'll go with this. Okay, so right now, one of the tigers strikes the gemstone out of your hand, severing the connection with the spider hybrid. The Great Queen presence instantly disappears as you feel your mind clear. The tiger seems to have saved you in that moment. You look up and the scene in front of you is chaos. The spider hybrid has exploded into a swarm of spider-men and they are attacking the village. You see the tigers running around and fighting the spider-men but not able to take on too many of them at once. What do you do next? Alright, let's see. What do we do next? I'm not sure we as like humans, do we have like abilities. I'm like in terms of like fighting and stuff. So I do have to like think of a way to like maybe sort of like do it strategically in a sense. Okay, because they are essentially like overpowering like each and every one. So in that case, okay, because I think from this scene we have to think of like maybe they're like trying to fight strategic. So I'm not sure how. So basically we have like less tigers but they're more powerful, but we have sort of like a swarm of like Spider-Man. So in this case, we are basically outnumbered, but we do have strength, but they have the numbers. So I have to think of a way. Let's see. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, let me think. I'm not sure. Okay, alright, maybe we can tell him to retreat and then we can set up a trap in hand. Alright, so we have to like see, okay, alright. I think I know. Alright, let's see. As the tigers seem to be overwhelmed in numbers, I have devised a plan. We would grab two tigers would take a net, a fishing net, and wait at a two tigers would take a fishing net and wait at a point. Wait at an intersection while the other tigers would lead the Spider-Man into a group and wait at an intersection while the other tigers will lead the Spider-Man into wait. I then communicated to two of the tigers to find a fishing net and to find a fishing net and wait at an intersection and lead them to the intersection. And lure the Spider-Man Alright, let's see this. You communicate to two of the tigers to find a fishing net and wait at an intersection. A pair of tigers nod in agreement and run off to obtain a fishing net. You also communicate to the rest of the tigers to fall back and lure the Spider-Man to an intersection. The tigers tense and growl in determination as they follow your order to lure the Spider-Man towards the intersection. Alright, okay. So this is where the plan was sort of like be working, alright? They will follow your order and lure the Spider-Man to the intersection. Okay, as the tigers lured the group of Spider-Man, to the intersection, the two tigers quickly raised the net, trapping the Spider-Man into a group. Then the other tigers would follow and wrap the group of Spider-Man with the fishing net, eventually trapping them. Alright, there we go. You witness the two tigers quickly raise the net, trapping the Spider-Man into a group. The rest of the tigers rush in and quickly wrap the group of Spider-Man with the fishing net, eventually trapping them. The nets seem to confuse and subdue the Spider-Man as they flail their arms and try to escape. Soon, the nets are fully wrapped around the Spider-Man and they are no longer a threat. The tigers stand watch over the trapped Spider-Man, growling in satisfaction at their victory. Alright, so now they are being trapped. So in this case, and then I communicated to the tigers via the gemstone that they can eliminate them. Eliminate the tigers. Eliminate the group of Spider-Man. Alright, let's see. Ho ho ho, alright. You communicated with the tigers via the gemstone, telling them that they can eliminate the group of Spider-Men. The tigers growl in reply, excited that the spider threats have been neutralized, and they circle the net, eyeing their trapped prey and preparing to attack. Suddenly, the tigers pounce on the net, quickly tearing it up and shredding the Spider-Man within. The tigers tear the Spider-Man to shreds, ripping them to pieces and making sure that none of the Spider-Men survived to harm anyone else. Alright, interesting. Wow, alright. Okay, so, well, now is that they got eliminated. And right now, I guess we can sort of like end the small battle here. Alright, ripping them to pieces and making sure none of the Spider-Man survive to harm anyone else. Alright, so let's see. While this group of Spider-Man is neutralized, I communicated to the tigers via the gemstone that they should spread out to the village and make sure that there is no more of any Spider-Men. Alright. You communicate with the tigers via the gemstone, telling them that they must spread out to the village and make sure that there are no more Spider-Men. The tigers nodded in agreement as they begin to move throughout the village. They move through the village, scanning everything with their multiple eyes and searching for hidden Spider-Men. As they roam through the village, they soon locate another group of Spider-Men hiding in the shadows. It is clear that there is still danger present and the tigers are ready for the next fight. Alright. Okay, interesting. Okay, I think we have to before I take my break, maybe I can just wanna end the battle right here, alright? Okay, alright, let's see this. Okay, alright. And the tigers are ready for the next fight. As the tigers had cornered them, I then cornered the remaining Spider-Man hybrid. I then communicated to the tigers via the gemstone that they can eliminate them, but keep a few alive. Alright, interesting. You communicate with the tigers via the gemstone, telling them they can eliminate the remaining Spider-Man, but they must keep a few alive. The tigers nodded in understanding as they surround the remaining Spider-Man, the Tigers seem to take a more cautious approach this time around as they try to figure out the best way to capture a few of the Spider-Man alive. Once they have come up with a plan, the Tigers pounce on the Spider-Man with speed and precision. They capture a few of the Spider-Man alive while the others are quickly dispatched. Alright. And that. And after making sure that has with the remaining Spider-Man eliminated from the village, the attack on the safety of the village seems to has been achieved. Alright. You, the Tiger Clan, and the remaining villagers have successfully eliminated the Spider-Man threat that came to the village. As the last of the Spider-Man lie dead, the Tigers look around and seem relieved that the threat has been neutralized. They take up guard positions again, keeping their eyes open for any potential threats. Once you are sure that the Spider-Man threat has been neutralized, you look to the other villagers, who also seem relieved as they begin to clean up the distraction that the Spider-Man had caused. Everyone is celebrating the victory and their safety. Alright. As you put the remaining Spider-Man that were left alive into a makeshift prison, you can hear a faint sort of, as you put the remaining Spider-Man that were left alive into a makeshift prison, you can hear a faint whisper in your mind, which sounded like the spider. Is it the Spider Queen? Let me see. Like the Great Queen leaving you a message before telling me I can hear a faint whisper in my mind, which sounded like the Great Queen telling me that this is not over yet. Alright, there we go. Alright, you hear a faint whisper in your mind, you sounding okay, let's see the others. As the surviving Spider-Man were placed into a makeshift prison, you hear a faint whisper in your mind. It sounded like the Great Queen saying, "This is not over yet." You feel a slight chill as you are reminded of how powerful and dangerous the Spider-Men are. You also are left wondering what the Great Queen meant by telling you this is not over yet. You look at the other tigers and villagers who also seem to be questioning what the Great Queen meant. It is clear that the victory over the Spider-Man had just been a small part of a larger conflict. Alright. So, I guess this is so far for now. The threat has been neutralized in the village. That the victory over the Spider-Man had just been a small part of a larger conflict. Alright. Okay, how about the others? Let's see if there are other recommendations. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. You place the remaining Spider-Man that were left alive into a makeshift prison, and you can hear a faint whisper in your mind that sounds like the Great Queen. The Great Queen's presence seems to be with you once more, speaking to you directly. You have done well, Fizzy. But this is not over yet. The spiders seek revenge, and you cannot let your guard down. You feel the Great Queen's presence leave your mind once more, and it is clear that the spider will still pose a threat to you and the other villagers. Alright. Interesting. Okay, well, I guess so far for now, we can stop here for now, alright? Let me just take a quick break, and we will be back here shortly. Alright, see you guys in a bit. Bye! Let me just okay, 5-minute break. See ya. Alright. Alright. I am back. How you guys been doing? How you guys been doing? Alright. So let's continue. Alright. So with our Spider-Man threat, sort of like, oh, okay. Alright. Yeah, let me just okay, there we go. Okay. Yeah, so with the Spider-Man threat sort of like being neutralized, right now, because for now we have captured some, like, oh wait, let me just all right. Okay, so right now, we sort of like, I guess you can say we have the warning already. Okay, so like since after the battle, seems like okay, everything's been great. All right. So maybe it's like I wanna like go meet up with the tribe leader. So yeah. All right. Let's see. As I took notice of the Great Queen's presence, as I struck it off, her presence off, I went to find Des Batches to ask him of the situation of the village, the condition of the village, the recovery progression of the recovery status of the village. As I ran, I immediately fainted, I guess. Oh wait. As I ran, I see my vision getting blurry and eventually collapse on the ground. Alright, you shrug off the presence of the Great Queen and make your way to Des Batches, hoping to discuss the status of the village's recovery. However, as you try to make it there, your vision becomes blurry and you suddenly collapse to the ground. You hear the sound of footsteps getting closer, and you see Des Batches and a group of other villagers rushing towards you, having heard the commotion and seen you collapse. Fizzy, are you okay? What happened? Alright. Okay, so right now we have collapse, And I guess we can head straight to the dream, I guess. And then I have woken up in a dreams, in the same dream state before. Oh boy, dang. Why is it always this time? Like, oh man, this is shit. Alright, let me just disconnect and reconnect. Hello. Wow, the fluctuations are crazy. Is it okay? I hope it's okay. Please tell me it's. Oh boy. God damn. Alright, let's just hope it stays that way, alright? Okay. I know I see from I think from you guys, there's like a little bit of like latency from you guys, and that's my bad because my Wi-Fi went a little bit shitty. So yeah. Alright, but I hope everything should be alright. And yeah, let's continue. Alright. And then I've woken up in the same dream state as before, meeting the fallen comrade yet again. Oh wow. Maybe I gotta change it again. Or maybe I'll just follow this narrative. Wait, what? Wait, no way. What the fuck? You suddenly find yourself in the same dream state as before. The fallen comrade stands before you, their face hidden under their hood. It is time. It is time to awaken your true potential. You must use the gifts that the great queen gave you for the benefit of this village. She's the one that want. What? No way, no way, no way. Okay, that's too big of a plot twist. No freaking way. Ah, alright, this is much better. Jesus. Dude, do you know what this like plot twists are? Okay, like this one, right? We are in a dream state. We met back with the fallen comrade, and it says the Spider Queen demands the gemstone and he wants us to return it back to them, which would be interesting to explore, but that is not what I want to explore. So that's why I moved to the other one, which is even more ridiculous. Okay, it's not much, but it's basically like the fallen comrade yet again He says that he has something to tell us, that the news may not be good. It says that there's not much time, Fizzy. What I'm about to tell you is very important, alright? So we can explore this as well. But the third one is really weird. It's like, it says here, you suddenly find yourself in the same dream state as before. The fallen comrade stands before you, their face hidden under the hood. It is time, they whisper to you. It is time to awaken your true potential. You must use the gifts the Great Queen gave you for the benefit of this village. The fallen comrade pulls back their hood, revealing to be the Great Queen herself, which doesn't make even sense because the fallen comrade is the one that died while fighting the Spider-Man hybrid, the Spider hybrid. So it's like, it doesn't make sense to be her, that she wants the gemstone and then wants us to use the power to fulfill the village and fulfill my destiny. And then that doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. But it would be interesting. It's like, wow, like the AI itself, it introduces like a lot of like new avenues, and it's really interesting. So I would like want to go with this one. You find yourself waking up again in the same dream state. Once again, you meet the fallen comrade and you hear them speak to you again. Ah, Fizzy, it's good to see you again, my old friend. How do you fare on this day? You see the fallen comrade standing before you, a warm smile on their face. You see the same sword on their hip, the same armor covering their body. What do you say to them? I said, it seems that the warning you gave me regarding the, okay, I have to like move back to see with the dream. Alright, let's see. Okay, here we go. Okay. Okay, be cautious and tread carefully when using it. Yep. There's something more to it than just a gemstone. What it gave me regarding the gemstones' power is real. Alright, let's see. The fallen comrade nods in understanding. You are wise to listen to my warning, my old friend. The power of the gemstone is not one to be taken lightly. The fallen comrade looks at you thoughtfully before speaking again. The gemstone has chosen you, Fizzy. It may be that you are meant to be its rightful wielder, but you must remember, the gemstone is power, and power can be corrupted. Wow, okay, wait. How about the others? Let's see. It seems that the warning you gave me, blah blah blah, the comrade nods, recognizing your comment. Indeed, Fizzy. It is no small thing to wield such power. The gemstones' capabilities are great, but they must be wielded with caution and care, lest they fall into the wrong hands. It seems you have put the gemstone to good use, protecting the village from the Spider-Man threat, but be vigilant, as the spiders seek revenge for their defeat. Okay, how about this? You see the expression on the fallen comrade's face change slightly as you speak. It is indeed true. And it seems you have now experienced it firsthand. The gemstone is not something to be trifled with, and with great power comes great responsibility. The fallen comrade looks at you, studying your expression. It is good to see you have survived once more, Fizzy. Have you come to learn another lesson, or did you come to speak with me for other reasons? Alright. As I did. I asked it seems like using the gems, using the gemstones' mind reading capabilities does put a strain on my mental fortitude, which caused me to collapse. Is there a way to train my mental fortitude to avoid further You ask the fallen comrade if using the gemstones' mind-reading capabilities can cause you strain and if there's a way to train your mental fortitude. The fallen comrade looks to you and nods. Yes, using the gemstone in such way can put a strain on the mind and body. However, there is a way to train such skills to learn how to harness the gemstones' power without letting it overwhelm you. But to do so, it's a long road, a path of hardships and challenges. Alright, let's see. I have also asked the fallen comrade should I start training my mental fortitude by mind reading on the Spider-Man that I have caught alive? You ask the fallen comrade if you can start your training your mental fortitude by mind reading the Spider-Man that you have caught alive. The Spider comrade looks to you and nods. Yes, this will be a good place to start your training. Using the gemstone in this way on the Spider-Man will give you a sense of his power and a better understanding of his capabilities. It will also be a good test to see how well you can learn to handle its mental and physical strain. Alright. Alright, okay, so alright, and then I think I wanna like keep it short with the fallen comrade. So I think I wanna like end it on like a note. Oh wait, let me see other suggestions first. You ask the fallen comrade if you can start training your mental fortitude by mind reading the captured Spider-Man. The fallen comrade nods in agreement and gives you a warm smile. That is not a bad idea, Fizzy. The best way to learn how to use the gemstone is to keep using it. The more you use it, the stronger your bond with the gemstone becomes, the more you can learn to control it. But still, be careful. The fallen comrade warns, don't overextend yourself too much. Alright. Okay, as of right now, we have received some advice from our friend, our fallen friend. Okay, sorry, I'm like trying to there we go. Alright. Okay, so we have now got advice from like our fallen comrade. And now yeah, I think let's see. I guess we can like start to wake up from this. As I am about to ask more questions, it seems like the dream state is fading, and I feel and my vision returning, implying that I am waking up. Alright, let's see. As I am about to ask more questions, you feel the dream state slowly fading and your vision gradually returning as it becomes clear that you are waking up. Suddenly your eyes open and you feel yourself awakening once more from the dream. You find yourself laying on the ground next to Des Badges, who is looking down at you with a mixture of worry and concern. Fizzy, what happened? Des Badges asked with worry in his voice. Why did you collapse? Alright. And then why do we collapse? And I also want to remind the AI that as I look around, my tigers are surrounding me as well. I answered Des Badges. I don't know. It seems like I got too exhausted from the previous attack that I was worn out. Alright. The tigers are circling around you and Des Badges. They seem to be watching over you carefully after seeing you collapse on the ground. As you answer Des Badges, he looks at you carefully. That could be it. I can tell you were in a difficult fight. The villagers are beginning to swarm around you, looking down at you with concern on their faces as well. The village seems to have finally recovered from the Spider-Man threat, as all the villagers seem relieved to see you awake and okay. All right. Okay. All right. So as of now, okay, sorry guys, I think I'm just gonna take a 5 minutes break yet again, and then we will, I think right now we'll be streaming for like 2 hour plus, and then maybe we can end around like 11:30-ish or more. But yeah, I will let you guys know, but for now, I'll take like a 5 minutes break, alright? So see you guys in a while, bye! Remember to hydrate, people. Sorry. Ah. Okay. My bad, guys. Yeah, I just went out to like sort some stuff. But don't worry, everything's been sorted out fine. So, okay. Right now we're around like 11:20 around my time. So maybe depends. Maybe we can finish at around like 11:30, or um we can reach to a certain story point and then we can like stop there. All right. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So now we have recovered. And right now, I'm not sure what we are gonna do. You know, we are finally waken up from like meeting with our fallen comrade, providing some advice, and also recover from a recent battle as well. And this time is that maybe we can sort of like understand the plans. We wanna try to like strengthen our mental fortitude with like by training on the Spider-Man itself. So yeah, in that case, maybe we can sort of like go towards the training as well. Maybe we don't train, but we can, I guess we can devise a plan as well. Alright, we can devise a plan because we got ambushed like last time, so we would need to strategize a little bit. Alright, we want to like utilize our tigers more efficiently. Maybe we can send out a tiger with the scouts. So yeah. Alright, okay, let's see. Okay, let's see. The village seems to have finally recovered from the Spider-Man threat, as all of the villagers are relieved to see you are awake and okay. In this case, okay, so I think I roughly know. Okay, let me think. Maybe we can recover from the Spider-Man threat as well as okay. I think we can okay. As I then try to gather myself and ask these badges on the village's recovery from the Spider-Man attack. As you gather yourself, you ask Des Badges about the village's recovery efforts after the Spider-Man attack. The village is recovering, as you can see. It is still a long road ahead, but as we need to rebuild and heal from the damage caused by the Spider-Man. He then pauses and looks at you carefully. You seem like you are recovering as well, Fizzy. You see the concern on Des Badger's face as he looks at you, hoping you are alright. Ah, yes. I replied. Glad to hear that the village is recovering. And thank you for your concern. Okay. As we respond to Dad's badges, he nods with a warm smile. Of course, Fizzy. We will stick together and look out for each other. That's what makes a village, isn't it? You see, the other villagers in the background beginning to rebuild and restore the village as they rebuild the destroyed houses and prepare for an eventual harvest. We have a long road ahead of us, Dad's badges tells you, but as long as we stick together, everything will be alright. Alright. Okay, alright. Okay, so as I then devised a plan for the village. I appreciated after there's Betches's appreciative comments. Appreciative, encouraging comments, I guess. Should call comments after Des Betches's let me think. After Des Betches's encouraging comments, I then proceed to devise a plan for the village. I then proceed to devise a plan for the village. All right. Okay, damn, the AI is reading my mind. All right. Okay, yeah. I was actually like going forward to like devise the tigers, where some of them will like gather resources, some of them will go scouting, and some of them will stay beside me with the gem. Yeah. All right. Dude, what the freak? What the fuck? I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. So, here is the plan. Here is the plan. I will have 2 tigers accompanying the scouts, where they would be protected as they will gather information of any potential threats. I will also have 3 tigers to help assist with rebuilding the village where they will gather resources and assist the remaining tigers will stand by me where as I will stand by me and will stand by me for further assistance. Alright, here's the plan. I will have 2 tigers accompanying the scouts where they will be protected as they will gather information of any potential threats. I will also have 3 tigers to help assist with rebuilding the village where they will gather the resources, and the remaining tigers will stand by me for further assistance. You explain your plan to the rest of the village and the tigers listen carefully. The villagers and tigers agree that this seems like a good plan to protect the village and rebuild from the damage caused by the Spider-Man. You also decide to keep the gemstone with you in the village with the hopes that it can continue to protect the village in the future. The villagers take your word and the tigers move to follow your plan. The rebuilding and recovery effort begins as the tigers return to their duties and watch over the village once more. Alright. Okay, interesting. After that, okay, there's badges has reminded me of the captured of the alive Spider-Men that were captured last time. Then there's badges asked reminded me saying what about how should we deal with the captured Spider-Man? How should we deal with the captured Spider-Man with the alive Spider-Man that were captured, that we captured from the last attack? This badges reminds you about the captured Spider-Man, asking, how should we deal with the alive Spider-Man that we captured from the last attack? You see a serious look on the face of Des Badges as you know he takes this situation very seriously. Will you weigh your options as you need to find a solution to the captured Spider-Man while also making sure that your village remains safe from any potential dangers that may arise in the future. Okay, alright, let's see. Alright, so they are now in a makeshift prison. So in that case, maybe we can build like another enclosure as well. Oh, maybe we can build it underground, so they have no way of escaping. Okay, but we are not sure if they have like underground like bases as well. But let's see. Okay, I don't know. I don't know how should we do this. Because we want them for intel, basically. They're like the source informant, and it's a sort of a way where it can connect to the Great Queen, so we can train up our mind when we got invaded with our mind, I guess. But yeah, it seems like we need to sort of think of a solution that will be good for the village, where they won't be bothered by the captured Spider-Man. And also we need them to be alive to like capture any further information. What would I say to these badges? Okay, okay, alright. I think I know. I replied, I need them alive, as they would be treated as training for me when I face up with the Great Queen. Is it the Great Queen? Face up with the Great Queen. So for now, fortify the prison and just fortify the prison. But don't worry, the tigers would and observe them, as we can learn from their behaviors as well. Alright, let's see. I need them alive, as they will be treated as training for me when I face up with the Great Queen. So for now, just fortify the prison and observe them, as we can learn from their behaviors as well. Des Badges nods in understanding as he sees the wisdom in your response. He quickly orders the construction of a stronger prison for the captured Spider-Man, with the hopes that it will contain the Spider-Man safely while you gain valuable information from their actions and behaviors. Alright. Okay. Okay, let's see. So right now we're gonna build like a stronger prison for the captured Spider-Man, and with the hopes that it will contain the Spider-Man safely while you gain valuable information from their actions and behaviors. So I guess I'm not sure if this is a good time to end it here. What do you guys think? Okay, gain information from their actions and behaviors. Okay, let's see. Okay, you know what? As I waited for the construction of the stronger prison to be built, me and my remaining tigers head to the village to tend to those that need help for now. Alright. You wait for the stronger prison to be built for the captured Spider-Man, and you and your remaining tigers head back to the village to help any village. Head back to the village and help any villagers who need it. You arrive in the village and set to work on helping those who need it. As you do so, you see a few villagers still recovering from the damages caused by the Spider-Man, and you do your best to assist them with whatever they need. Your tigers are also start to help the villagers, and you see them working with the villagers to help rebuild the houses and farms that were destroyed. Alright, okay, so I guess I think it's a good time that we can end it here. So right now we have concluded. We are just waiting for the construction to finish, and after that I will like sort of go in to like train up my mind to like sort of like better get used to it, so it wouldn't like actually stun me basically. So yeah, I guess that would be all for today then. Alright, let me just switch you guys back over. Alright. Okay. Now let me just switch up right here. Alright. Well, I guess that's all for today then. Alright. So, how do you guys like enjoy this? I enjoy it a lot. Just being able to craft my own story, and even got surprised by the AI generation as well. Like, I didn't expect this at all. So yeah, I really enjoyed this so far. Right now I'm not sure how much progress that we made today as compared to our last one, but I will for sure to plan it out, and maybe I will complete this in like 1 or 2 more streams. Maybe I don't want to like expand it too much. I want to be like sort of, you know, you can kind of like get the plot and get the, basically I don't want to make it too long. All right, I want to make it to sort of like a YouTube video where people can watch from the start and see how it ends in the end. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. So yeah, I guess that's all for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Thank you for anyone that stopped by, anyone that chatted in the chat, or anyone that just lurked and just enjoy the chat in general. Alright, so yeah, I guess that's all for today. My name is Fizz Firecracker, and I hope you enjoy today's stream. Alright, So for tomorrow we will have another stream where we will explore the wonders of Street View, and I think you guys may like it. So yeah, I guess that's all for today, and hope you guys have the great rest of the week, and I will see you tomorrow. Alright, I'll see you tomorrow then. Bye. Bye.